lot of people have been asking, like, what am I doing for my weight loss journey? So we're gonna talk about that this morning and what I'm about to do for today. But I'm waiting on more people. I'm waiting on more people. So this morning, I'm gonna talk about what I got on. So this morning, I was able to get into my vest this morning. You know, look sexy. So I was able to get into my vest so I could work out this morning. I had bought this vest from What's a Waste 5 years ago. 5 years ago I bought this and I was never ever able to get into it. Not even the first row. This morning I put it on. It has 3 rows. I was able to get over to the second row. So that was a blessing in disguise. Then I ordered these compression sleeves for my arms. When I ordered this, it was a hot mess. So I tossed it in the drawer as well. Had this for almost 2 years. Put it on this morning and it's a go. This is just a little bralette. It came with these little shorts I got on. So what I've been doing for my weight loss journey, I prayed about it. I talked to God about it. I had went through doing keto, which it definitely worked for me. But when you do keto too long, things in your body start to change because you're eating meats and vegetables, and it depends what type of keto you were doing. So they were trying to figure out why my blood pressure would not go down. And so I had to stop doing keto because the next thing, my kidneys were going to start shutting down because I had been doing it so long. So I stopped doing keto. I ended up going to the doctor and she put me on meds for my high blood pressure. This was after I stopped doing keto, after I lost a lot, like 30 pounds doing keto. So I started gaining the weight back again after she put me on my water pills. I started gaining back again. So I basically cried my daughter, like, what can I do? What is it? What can I possibly do to keep this weight off? So then she prescribed me, everybody knows as Adipex, Phenamine. So I had gained weight again, so she prescribed those. I lost the weight again, and then my body started being dependent on it. So I was like, I can't take this anymore. My body was jittery. I wasn't focused. I stopped taking it. Probably like 3 months after that, I gained the weight back. The weight that I lost on the Phenamine, I gained 15 pounds back, almost double what I lost. So she knew my journey. She knew what I was going through. She asked me, the last time I went back to visit, she asked me, this is my doctor, what do I think about weight loss surgery? And I was like, what do you mean? So she sat me down and gave me all the options that she thought would be best for me because of my high blood pressure. And then also at that time, I was borderline pre-diabetic. And that really made me feel like I gotta choose one of these options. I gotta do something for me, something to save me so that I can be here longer for my children. I have 4 children. My youngest is 8. My oldest is 21. So I immediately, took the information she gave me, prayed about it. She sent me to a specialist, and which is Dr. Montgomery, who did my surgery. So he asked me, did I look at the options for weight loss? What did I think, I should do? And I was just like, honestly, doctor, I don't know. This is all so fresh, so new to me. I've never heard of these type of surgeries. Then he was like, what's that? Then he was like, so because of your pre-diabetic, hypertension, and then you're just on water pills, he was like, for you, I don't recommend the sleeve because you say you do have a little bit of GERD, which he sat down and talked to me about that, said that by me having GERD a little bit, which I had just started developing GERD because I was getting bigger. So like my health was going down the more I started gaining weight. And he was telling me because I had developed GERD, which is acid reflux, another name, the sleeve would not be best for me. He said only thing that could happen from that is that my condition as far as the sleeve, I would end up having to get another surgery which will lead to gastric bypass. So he recommended me getting gastric bypass. So with that information, I told him I would think about it some more, and I went back and talked to my my PCP, and she agreed. So that was, you know, two opinions, two doctor opinions. So I prayed about it. I told my mom, and she was like, yeah, so yeah, whatever they recommend, that's what you should do. So I looked at all the options on that. I looked at what the differences were, all that, and after a while, I got comfortable with the idea of getting gastric bypass. So I was set on doing that. That was on my mind. My mind was made up. That's what I wanted to do. So I went through the programs with nutritionists. Oh my God, we did it for months and months and months. And then COVID rose again. And then I got a date, but then they canceled me because the doctor stopped doing surgery again. So I was frustrated, and I was steady gaining weight. And it wasn't nothing from me, you know, eating, because I barely ate much, and I had stopped eating starch, which I did that when I was on the keto diet. I already had stopped eating starches and stuff like that. So it was just, I was eating vegetables, and I was eating, I think I started replacing rice with quinoa, meats. I had to stop eating red meat. That was another thing. I was like, I can't do red meat anymore. So I stopped doing red meat. I started doing like maybe a steak once a month, something like that. But I had to start changing my eating habits again. It wasn't that I was doing bad as far as eating. It was the proportion of stuff, the size of stuff that I was eating. And then the high in fat, say like I would do a salad. I would have so much stuff on my salad, plus the salad dressing. And then I wasn't going by, I wasn't looking at the proportion size. I would just drench it, drown it. And I could just eat a salad for the whole day and be like, damn, like I step on the scale 2 days later, damn, I gained 2 pounds, or I gained such amount of pounds. I haven't been doing anything but eating salads and drinking a lot of water and minimum to zero sodas, because I was doing like a lot of the zero sugar Sprites and zero sugar Coke, stuff like that. My mom had put me on that kind of stuff. She was like, you have to have a soda, you know, that would be the thing. So I completely, like after that, I completely took myself off of sodas, and I ain't gonna lie, I lost real good when I got away from sodas and sugary drinks, stuff like that. So basically, I changed my diet. I prayed on what I wanted to do. It sat well with me. It sat well with my kids when I talked about it with them. They were excited for me, no lie. They were excited for me. My mom was excited for me. I didn't talk about it with many people. The people I did talk about it with were close to me. They had the surgery, or they were thinking on having the surgery themselves. So I didn't really talk to nobody about it. I didn't post like my hospital stay or none of that kind of stuff. I just wanted to be peaceful with my decision and get the surgery done. And then when all of the reward and the work of me exercising, eating right, plus on top of the surgery started coming, then that's when I wanted to pop out, which I'm popping out now. I've lost 41 pounds. I had my surgery November the 11th of this year. I'm so thankful that my skin isn't sagging like most people's skin is. So I try to wear my compression stuff so that I don't have problems with sagging skin and stuff. So I've also taken on a routine with 10-pound weights for my arms. I do a type of lifting. I got a weight bench coming. I ordered because I want to train from home. I don't want to be out with COVID and stuff. So I'm going to train from home. I'm going to start training myself from home. I watched this guy on YouTube called Mr. London. He does specific workouts for women and they work. So I'm going to base my exercise program off of what he does. So after my weight loss surgery, I guess I wanted my privacy. I didn't like say too much. I was really comfortable with my decision. I did really good. Like my first day after surgery, I was up walking around. They thought I was just the miracle. Cause nobody gets up and wants to go pee on their own. I'm like, no, I can get up. I can, I'm fine. So they were like, are you ready to walk? I was like, yeah, with the help of a walker. I was ready to walk around because I was so gassy. And I think that was the only part that was hard about my surgery was the amount of gas I had developed from them having to deflate me with the gas for them to inflate me to be able to do the surgery. So I had like a lot of gas build up. And usually people don't start that walking around process till day 2. I stayed in for 3 days. I could have went home the second day that morning. How good I felt. I walked around in the mornings. I walked around after lunch. I walked around at night when I couldn't sleep. I was allowed to walk around the hospital, and I did just that. My stomach deflated tremendously. The second day, I did not need a walker. I was up walking around the hospital, and they was like, "You just had your surgery? Are you on day 3?" I'm like, "No, this is only my second day." It was that morning. It was like, "You don't have a walker?" I was like, "No, ma'am. I did my walker the first day, and then by that night, I didn't want it, so I was done with the walker that first day of that night." I got around good. I healed so fast. I went back for my I think it was my 2-week checkup, and like I had 6 scars. There was 2 up here, and then 1 here, 1 here, 1 where my navel is, and then 1 on that side. So I had 6 marks. I also had hernia removal. I had to get my hernia fixed. That was another reason why I chose that surgery. Like the top of my stomach, see how flat it is now compared? The top of my stomach was bigger than down here, so it will be looking like it would look like I'm like 8 or 9 months pregnant. It was ridiculous, and I just was over it. So on top of that, I had 2-in-1 surgeries, and I was ready to get out of there the next day. Pretty much, it's a 3-day stay, depending on how you get around, how you feel. I was using the bathroom the first day. Had a bowel movement before I even left. They were amazed at my recovery. When I got home, my kids helped me tremendously. I had help when I got home. I had already bought everything I needed from the stores before I had my surgery. I had to drink like these protein shakes. Premier, I hate Premier, it's too thick. I ended up switching to Fairlife, which is really good. I chugged that down with no problem. Now you will have problems with your water, any of your liquid intake the first 4-5 weeks. I had to like sip everything, and then I would be burping, and it was because of the gas that from the chemicals that was still in me. I had to eat sugar-free everything, which I still do. Sugar-free everything, Jello, puddings. I don't even like that kind of stuff, and I had to make myself. So what I did like the most was the sugar-free popsicles. Those were good, and I still, when I don't want to eat and I just feel like, I'll give me a popsicle. Give me about 2 popsicles, and I'm good. Or I'll do, let's see, I have the mixed vegetables, the frozen kind, the broccoli, the cauliflower, and the carrots. I'll put some of that on the stove. I do like avocado oil, a little bit of seasoning, and I'll just eat me some vegetables. I devour fruit. I love fruit. I wake up to eating fruit. When I don't want to eat, that's what I go to: fruit or popsicles or vegetables. Meat. This is the funny part about the surgery. Like my taste buds are like weird now. The doctor said they'll come back, but I have no type of craving for beef. Like ground beef is, the texture is disgusting to me. What else? But I do enjoy ground turkey. I thank God for that. Um, Seafood. I love seafood, so that's another thing. After I had my surgery, I prayed and asked God, please let my taste not change for seafood, because that's what I love, and it's a major protein as well. So when I need to get my protein in, I'll go ahead and go in the freezer and get me some shrimp. That's like a little 3, 4, 5 maybe shrimp, and go ahead and saute them. And I have them with my vegetables, and I have me some fruit, and I usually be good. So I can get one meal in a day, and I'm good. Because the crazy part about it, you know how the basic human being, they would have to incorporate up to 2,000 calories per day, and then it really just depends on your body weight. So when you want to lose weight from there, you cut the calorie intake down. Like I know before I had my surgery, I was doing like 1,200 calories. I can consume up to 600 calories. So I can't even go past that. So I consume up to 600 calories with my new stomach. I've learned my body. I've learned when I'm full. I've learned a lot with the surgery I've had. So it's a lot. I did a lot of research. I had a lot of time to do research, especially when they put the surgery off. I had a lot of time, and when it came time for me to get the surgery, they called me probably unexpectedly, like 2 weeks before my actual surgery. They called, and it was like the end of October. They were like, Miss Murphy, are you ready for your surgery? I was like, are you for real? Like, I was excited. It was like a early Christmas present for me. I was like, yes, I'm ready. So they were like, so we have this date for you, 11/11. I said, I'll take it. I said, what about times and all that? They was like, we'll get in touch with you a week before the surgery with your times and all that good stuff. They had extra information. I also went into an appointment that Tuesday before my surgery. They gave me extra information, what I needed to do, how I needed to do it, how I needed to eat for the next couple of days, and how I needed to drink the night before my surgery. So the night before my surgery, I was on a liquid diet, which I didn't do anything but water and popsicles. That was my choice, what I wanted to do. They gave me a whole list of things. I also started doing my protein shakes. But I'm sorry, not the night before. That was the day before. The night before. The night before, I was on a fast. Like I couldn't do nothing, eat, none of that. Just liquid. And I did liquid before that, and then before that, so I did 2 days of liquids. The day before that, I did it was like a stage 2, where it was just like vegetables, soft foods. Everything was soft. Tuna, stuff like that. And then I wouldn't eat past a certain time. Like now I don't eat past a certain time. I think the latest I've ate past since I've had my surgery was 9 o'clock. I try not to eat past 7. And I try to get all my water intake in, everything, throughout the night I drink protein Gatorades. If I get hungry in the middle of the night, I grab a popsicle. I have my little refrigerator. It's got a little freezer in it, so I keep my popsicles in there because my kids will eat my stuff up with no remorse. They don't care. So if I do get hungry at night, I wake up to getting a popsicle. Then in the mornings, I'll do, I haven't cooked breakfast in a long time. I don't like hard-boiled eggs. They taste weird, which I've loved them before, and I hate that I don't have a taste for them right now. But I can't eat scrambled eggs. I don't know, it tastes regular to me. Certain stuff tastes regular. So I can't eat scrambled eggs. Everything is turkey. Turkey bacon, turkey sausage. That's my preference. That's what I want. My kids even like it now, so they whatever I cook, they gonna eat it. Last night I cooked some chicken teriyaki. It was vegetables and chicken, and then I cooked some blackened chicken strips. They put those on some low carb soft tacos, with the Asian coleslaw, and they killed that. I made the whole bag of it. I couldn't eat it. It was too spicy for me. I had a piece of the chicken, so I was just like, yeah, I can't eat that. I ate one piece of broccoli, one piece of cauliflower. I had to wait like after you eat, you have to wait like 15 to 30 minutes to have your drink, which was never a problem with me because I always eat my food first, then I drink. So I ate. Well, I had a sip before I ate, and then so I ate, and then I waited 15 minutes. My doctor told me that I could wait 15 minutes and drink something. So I waited 15 minutes, and I had, what was it? The Simply Light orange juice. So that's good. I drink the Simply lemonade, or I get the zero sugar lemonade by Minute Maid. That's pretty much it. My journey's been going good. My face is slimming up. I have some type of neck, so yeah, I feel good. I have more energy. I'm telling you now, I will still be in the bed, or I'll be sluggish around the house, but I have a lot of energy. So even with being sick, all of us, we're in the house with COVID. I haven't been anywhere since I tested positive. I think the only symptoms I have is this little cough, and it comes and goes. Much, much better than my experience the first time with COVID. The first time I had COVID, it was bad. I would sit up to go to sleep because of the breathing, so I couldn't breathe as well. And plus, I hadn't had my surgery, and I was heavier. My daughter brought it home from school. Her symptoms were flu-like. Like she felt like she was gonna pass out. Her back, her her eyes were bloodshot red, stuff like that. So after we went through our COVID the first time, when the shots became available, we went and got the shots. Me and my whole family except for Mason got the shots. So we have COVID this time around. Nobody's experienced any crazy symptoms as far as cough, and congestion. My daughter has congestion because she has allergies. Even Mason caught it, but I fully prepared his immune system already. He's been on vitamin C, vitamins, sea moss, elderberry, and I've been doing this since COVID came out, as far as the elderberry and sea moss. But he's always taking vitamins. He did really well. He's doing really well. He has asthma, so I was really worried about him catching COVID. The only thing with him, he experienced fever. He experienced the feverish part of it. Cough, headache. Now he doesn't have any symptoms. So he hasn't been feverish. I broke that on day 2 of his episode. He goes outside, rides his bike. He doesn't play with other kids. He rides his bike. Just being in sunlight. I've been doing stuff like I pressure wash the driveway just to be in the sun, just doing stuff, just because I had the energy to do it. I don't know, having COVID sucks. I know I got my results the day before New Year's. Yeah, I got my results New Year's Eve. And I was just like really mad. I was like, oh my God, like I can't go nowhere, which I shouldn't even be more about going anywhere anyway, but I wanted to get out of the house. So I was in the house for New Year's Eve and New Year's. COVID hit our household. But everybody's good. Everybody's eating. Everybody's, doing what they're supposed to do. They're in their space away from everybody else. I'm in my space, my room. I don't know. I just wanted to talk about my my journey with my weight loss, because a lot of people were asking, what are you doing? Like, every time you post, you drop, or your scale says whatever. I had weight loss surgery. I'm not ashamed to talk about it. I'm not ashamed to, admit that I had. A lot of people are ashamed of that, and I'm not gonna be ashamed of something that I know helped me, with my health. This is something I would have never ran to do just to do it. It took a lot of praying. It took a lot of thought into it. I had to worry about who was gonna be there for me. It even got to the point where I think the 2 days before surgery, I had a doctor's appointment, and they were like, "Well, who's gonna pick you up?" So I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna drive." They were like, "No, you can't drive. Like, you can drive. Like, I could get there, but somebody would have to come pick me up because I would be on so many different meds. I wasn't gonna be able to drive." So I was like, "Oh Lord, I don't know what I'm gonna do," because like the people that I knew I was gonna be able to call, they already had planned trips to go out of town and stuff like that. And everything was just so last minute when they gave me my appointment, and I just had to pray. I didn't want to cancel my surgery, and so I was just like, "Oh yeah, no problem. I'm gonna have somebody pick me up, whatever." Good thing I had a few people lined up that was ready to come through for me. My bestie, D. Chantel, she was gonna pick me up if needed be. But I got my auntie Thelma, my TT. She came through for me. She dropped me off and she picked me up. So yeah, that was a blessing. And when I got home, I stayed an extra night. So when I got home, my kids, they were so ready for me to come home. They was willing and ready to help. But after a while, I got on their nerves, especially Mason. So, but yeah, it was an experience. My skin is so clear, y'all. Do y'all see this? Ain't no filters, no nothing. My skin, even my skin, is so pretty. Like, I had a lot of stuff going on, like breaking out and stuff, and I don't know, my skin's so pretty right now. I don't even want like makeup and stuff like that. I just get my lashes and brows and stuff done. I don't need all that.